Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the weekly Fortcast. My name is BenK.
And I'm Pfluger.
And we're here, episode number 6, starting off. A happy Thanksgiving, everyone at home.
Yeah.
Just past Thanksgiving, actually. It's coming up on Saturday, so Thursday being Thanksgiving. So I hope you guys all had the opportunity to spend some time with family, relax, hop
really
off
is.
the game a little bit and celebrate because, immediately coming back to it, we had a new update.
Yeah.
Of course, the last one of this OG
Season 9
season.
times 10.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not sure how much time you've actually gotten. Have you gotten to get hands-on with it at all this update?
Nope.
No, because you were driving. Because you were out,
I was
seeing
driving
family.
5-hour drive. Yeah, I went to go see family over this past weekend.
As you probably should have.
100%.
I don't get to escape my family. They're close by, so staying in the area to celebrate Thanksgiving. But I mean, the new season, of course, going live to just yesterday.
Yeah.
The season 9. So there really isn't a big difference as far as map changes, just the meteor coming into play. A couple of changes in the loot pool. Drum gun going out. Quad crashers going out. A couple new weapons coming in. Nothing
crazy.
Nothing really, anything too notable. I think just more than anything, get in game, play it, enjoy it.
We got how many more? 8 days?
Yeah. Oh, countdown
days.
timer. Over by Dusty. There's a countdown timer now for the new event.
Okay.
Will we see a repeat of the previous one? Is Eminem going to come out and save the entire map? Who knows?
Wow. That would be kind of sick.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned Eminem, but of course we saw that being teased on social
Snap
media
back
as well.
to reality.
Yeah, exactly. And
I can see that happening.
And we will be snapped back, right? Because at the end of this OG season, which has only been a month, which is crazy because
It feels like it's been longer.
it low-key feels like a full season.
Yeah.
Like I honestly feel like maybe it's just the fast updates and it kind of is giving me that feeling of actual OG Fortnite where
It's been nice.
Yeah, where we
It's
had
been really
those
nice.
shorter seasons, those regular big updates that would change everything.
Yeah.
It's felt really good, and I think overall Epic did a great job with it.
I agree.
I mean, do you have any gripes?
Honestly, no. I think it's been really good overall. I mean, all the updates each week have been really nice.
Yeah.
Keeping it fresh every week. So
That's the big thing that I think they did a great job with. They kept it fresh enough where I'm sure that, I mean, obviously they're managing the workload of preparing for a new chapter and a brand new map, which is no small feat, but they were able to manage that workload and still keep OG Fortnite fresh for all the content creators and everyone who wanted to come in and get hands-on with it. While they weren't able to fully implement everything, but I think considering what's coming in Chapter 5, I'll give them the slack.
I think it's been, I mean, I'm excited for Chapter 5 because I feel like they're more focused on that right now.
Oh, for
especially
sure.
over the past few weeks. But it's been really good. I'm surprised how well it is, to be honest.
Yeah, and we'll get the new chapter event here in 8 days. I'm sure you'll be streaming it.
Oh, 100%.
In some way, shape, or form. I'll be watching it every way I can, and we'll best believe we'll talk about it on the pod
1,000,000%.
when the new update goes live. Along with that, though, it looks like we're going to be getting a new map that is going to be, I don't want to say confirmed, but it's pretty set in stone.
I could see it happening.
We've already had 1 year on a new map. Then we went to another one into Chapter 4. Now I'm assuming after seeing the end of the competitive track, everything's been kind of wrapped up. Plus we get OG Fortnite. It kind of shows us that we're going to be getting a new map. It looks like it's trending that way.
Yeah.
And we've seen some leaks. There's some leaks out there.
There's some
And
pretty cool leaks.
it looks pretty good.
It does.
I can't lie. I mean, we've got a picture pulled up here, and I'll put it up in the background for you guys to take a look at. I'm a fan. It's giving me Chapter 2 vibes.
It really is. I was about to say that. It feels like a mix of like Chapter 2 and like Chapter, I would say like Chapter, like OG.
Yeah.
With like the snow biome and stuff being there.
Almost. I think Chapter 2 especially, you kind of have
Yeah.
that central lake area along with the mountains following
Giving
that
that
south
agency
side.
vibes, yeah.
And then you have like where you had what was the Coral POI on the top
Coral
left?
Castle.
Yeah, you have Coral
Yeah.
Castle on the top left that's been filled in with more land.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
So maybe I'm a little bit delusional at
Okay,
this point.
I might be cooking right now. What if it's a mixture of every single map?
It seems like that's the trend though, right?
That would be great. No, like
bet-
every single map, just like all combined in one.
Pieced together. I'm sure we'll see return POIs.
Oh, 100%.
At some point, I think we will down the line, 100%.
Okay.
But I wonder what the loot pool is going to be because it seems like as seasons go on and chapters go on, they like to bring out an entirely new set of weapons.
I'm kind of down for that right now, to be honest.
I'm hyped for it, man.
I'm also.
We got to play around with the OG weapons for the longest time that I have thousands of hours using.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready for something new that I haven't felt before.
I think I am also, yeah.
I
I missed them, but now like since it's a whole new chapter, I'm ready for like all the new stuff coming out.
Oh, 100%. And we'll get new POIs, maybe some new mobility options.
That'll be nice.
I've seen some teasers and stuff in Discords and people speculating about possible new. I say mobility options, but I'm talking like actual character mechanics.
Wall running.
Yeah, we've seen like wall running leaks. Oh, man, people thought it was going to be this last chapter.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see that in chapter 5.
That'd be really cool.
Would be really cool. Me personally, maybe call me a purist, call me whatever you want. I think I think simpler is better.
I do also.
Flat out, simpler is better. So
it gets confusing for the basic competitors.
Yeah, I think I'm in the mindset during OG Fortnite of where like I'm just here to have fun. So now I see wall running and I think, yeah, whatever, like go for it. But the competitor in my mind goes, absolutely not.
That would be really bad with competitive.
Oh, dude. We said this about mantling, though, and it ended up being one of the greatest things.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll have to wait and see. I think the key that everyone at home needs to be kind of locked into is keep an open mind because things change every chapter. You just got to tough it out, man. Yeah. That's the name of the game, right? If you want to stay on top, you got to make sure that you can persevere.
Exactly.
And I'm sure it'll be tested just like it is every chapter.
100%.
As far as like new chapter leaks, that's pretty much everything. I mean, do you have any sort of like wish list items? If first thing comes to mind right now, what do you hope the new chapter is going to bring to the table? Could it be meta? Could it be mobility? Could it be anything?
Maybe just bring back throwable launch pads for no builds, maybe.
Some sort of like
sort of like just fast mobility, maybe for no builds.
Like a deployable.
Something like that. Because I really like the redeploy. Maybe it'd be really cool. What if they just take out item redeploy and just bring back regular just redeploy where you just jump off stuff?
Oh, just constant redeploy? Dude, that was W key central for 1 week.
That was fun.
For 1 week, and then they took it out.
That was fun.
Oh, man.
Just something like that. I am also like really excited for like all the new stuff they're gonna bring. So
yeah, no, I can't disagree. Personally, I think for me, I'm hoping we get a non-pump shotgun followed up with a spray weapon meta. I hope we get a attack shotgun meta, personally, where you can see people run. I mean, we see a lot of people running it in OG Fortnite, especially in builds where they'll run just attack shotgun and then a bunch of mobility items. I would love to see, I don't know about to that extent, to that extreme, but to see people run attack shotgun again with SMGs or maybe a slower fire rate AR, like an infantry rifle kind of a thing. I think that's cool, like similar to like back when we had the combat shotgun in its prime and what that actually did to the gameplay loop. I feel like the fighting meta has been pretty stale recently, especially for standard
just
BR.
Pump build.
It's pump build, take the peanut butter at it, right hand peek, pre-fire, whatever it is. Like, I am fed up. I'm done.
I think it's been like that for a while now. Maybe that's like what really got me out of builds for a while.
It's stale. It really is.
It's really stale.
Every fight looks the same.
It's just the same fight over and over. Like you can full piece.
Yeah,
but I mean, still, it's like it gets boring after a little bit.
Oh, no, 100%. And from a viewer perspective as well, I mean, every fight goes the same way, right? You hit a big shot off the rip. You're playing on the back foot the whole time. You're looking for a bailout or a pre-fire, but it's always the same peaks. It's the right hand on the window. It's the peanut butter.
Yeah.
It's the mongrel classic. It's not like the tac shotgun meta where you saw people running into boxes trying to get in, right? Flipping cones. Trying to play underneath it, that close to someone because they know it's like, hey, I can take a shot and be okay. To get out of this box, right? Versus a pump, it's like, oh, if he's in my box, it's over. Like,
I think that's really why I really like enjoy no builds because every single fight feels different. Because it definitely is. It definitely is. Every single fight is a different fight. You just gotta be prepared.
Yep.
Like different loadouts. Also, you can use just straight SMG. You could use. I want a game just an AR.
Yeah.
You could use whatever you want. You know.
No, 100%. I think a lot of people sleep on zero builds when it comes down to that, right? Like people look at zero builds and they think, oh, it's boring, it's simple, it's not all these flashy edits. And absolutely, I think it takes less out of a player to perform at a high level in zero build than it does standard BR.
Right.
Absolutely, I think there's no argument to be made there. But I think as an entertainment factor for a player, you are going to be able to play the game longer in zero build than standard BR.
I agree.
1,000,000%, because every fight is different, even though it's simple, right? It's simple. It's just, it could be a straight just aim duel. It's movement. It's the same core fundamental Fortnite that we know and love.
But it's all different.
But you're taking out all the stuff, all the meta peaks and angles.
Exactly.
It's just pure gaming. Simple. You know, it's
simple, which I really enjoy. So
yeah, and I love it for that. But we kind of got sucked into a lot of the chapter 5 stuff.
Yep.
Again, for anyone back at home, though, I do want to touch on before we get into some of the juicy stuff we've got planned, some of the third-party events, some of the possible things that are going on in the community. We got a new Christmas tree here for anyone at home. Pfluger was nice enough to provide for the podcast here. We've got some cool little Easter eggs here as well. Yep. We're going to be getting into the Christmas spirit here soon. We'll be doing some cool stuff on our side. I've got some things cooking.
Some lights maybe? Something like that?
We've got some cool stuff going on to give back to the community as well, just because this project's been going very well. I mean, the community reception has been awesome so far. Really some of the words from people out there is really cool. And come 2024, things are just getting elevated. So
it really is.
We're going to be doing some new stuff, some new guests on hopefully soon.
Fingers crossed.
And speaking of guests and some of the people that we've been thinking about possibly getting on, let's talk about some of those community members, right? Let's talk about some of the stuff going on in the physical product market, right? Yep. This seems to be a trend that we're seeing from every esport, not just Fortnite in general, but content creators. The entire creator economy is shifting to producing physical products and trying to sell those to their audiences, which is smart. We've seen, I think the greatest example of that has seen widespread success in every single niche as far as creating content is merchandise, right? We've seen people make T-shirts, hoodies. Jake Paul, Logan Paul is one of the biggest ones. They've gone out publicly multiple times.
Even Mr. Beast.
I mean, they made millions of dollars in single days producing merchandise.
It's insane. It really is.
Yeah, and a lot of that is a cash grab for a lot of these guys. But to see these creators put in real passion and effort to create products that they're proud of, it's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah. It's exciting. And the first of which I want to talk about, which is the newest, I think, and probably the closest hitting to home for Fortnite.
We're really excited about this one.
Yeah, it's 4114.
Yes.
Right? I mean, come on now. Cease and Elevate.
I mean, third place World Cup.
Yeah.
They've been working on this for a while also.
Oh, dude. They're saying 3 years or more. To Cease and Elevate, of course, OG duo on the Fortnite scene. If you're not familiar with them, you're living underneath a rock.
Yeah.
They have some of the most incredible and impressive resumes out there as far as pro play. And to see them put their effort behind a product like this, and speaking to Cease behind the scenes, so much passion put into this. Like they do not mess around. And I'm bummed because I was so excited. My mouse pad and my arm sleeve were supposed to come today, and I wasn't able to get it in hand. They failed to deliver. That's USPS's fault. That's not 4114. That's USPS. But
get them out of here.
But yeah, so it's going to be hard to compare. Personally, I'm kind of a mouse pad aficionado. What do we want to call it? I like to collect. I've got a
something like that.
Embarrassingly tall stack of mouse pads in my closet.
I'm like that with mouses though.
Yeah,
find a mouse.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think I prefer mouse pads. It's a little bit more sustainable for the wallet.
Okay.
Because now mouses nowadays are through the roof.
They're a little expensive.
But 4114 Cease and Elevate, being the masterminds behind that product, they produced the Arrow series of mouse pads, 2 different patterns, and then they came out with a arm sleeve as well. And from what I'm seeing in the community, it's been received very well.
I think it has. I think every single person who's been able to try it out or like saying this is going to be the next generation.
Yeah, and I mean, it's priced right at about $50, which is standard. I know a lot of people were talking about how expensive they were, but I mean, realistically, guys, $50 is standard for
really
a premium mouse pad in esports right now that champions are using on ALGS, FNCS, like the best out there. That's standard, if not on the lower end. You look at like Artisan, which seems to be, at least in recent times, the golden standard.
Like the mouse pad.
It's $90.
It is. It's very expensive.
It's expensive.
That's like half. This is like half. Which is insane.
And of course, it's still a new product, so we'll have to wait and see how longevity actually holds up over time. Does the surface stay consistent? And I'm sure this will be a main for my desk for the foreseeable future as soon as I get my hands on it. And we'll have to wait and see, but the community is loving it right now. Out the box, it being a pretty fast pad, but offering enough consistent friction that players with lower senses are having no problem keeping up. So for Fortnite, I think absolutely both these guys have majority of their esports experience in that title. Fortnite community is going to go nuts for it.
Oh, 100%. It feels like it's made for Fortnite.
Yeah, you know? For sure. And I can't wait to get hands-on with it and give. I would love to give you guys more about what I personally think about it. I can tell you personally that Cease is an awesome guy. Elevate is an awesome guy. Spoke to Cease personally about this project, and he's put so much passion behind it. So if you're thinking about picking one up and you've been on the edge, do it. So he deserves your support. And the amount of passion that anybody, if you could understand the level that they put in behind the scenes and how much time they put on this to make sure that they have this product perfect, it's worth the $50 just to give it a try.
100%.
But to continue with that, the same kind of trend of mouse pads, right?
Yep.
4D. That was one a couple years ago.
I think it's more. I think it's been like a year or two. Yeah.
Yes,
like that.
a little bit longer. A mixture from two different titles, it seems like. Well, I say titles, but a content creator, professional.
Yep.
The two that probably most of you at home are familiar with, Wildcat and Liquid Chap. I say Liquid Chap.
Liquid Chap.
For the people back at home who were in OG Fortnite, right? Liquid Chap.
Exactly.
Coming on board with Wildcat and a couple of the creators to produce 4D mouse pads.
Yep.
I think the Tesseract was their first one that they put out. I got my hands on it. And I don't own a 4D pad.
Okay.
But I was able to play on one when I was visiting a friend in North Carolina. And I think it was the very first model they ever did. I'm not sure if it's changed since then.
Okay.
I thought it was a nice pad. Mm-hmm. It definitely wasn't a bad pad, but I wasn't blown out of the water.
Okay.
Which is where I'm so excited to get the 4114 pad in hand to compare, like, what does that base model look like, right? Mm-hmm. The preparation behind it. How does it stack up against some of these others? Because a lot of people try and crank out these mouse pads as fast as possible with the flashy patterns or whatever it might be, just to start selling
like
it.
Basic for 4114.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
Like basic styles.
The 4114 pads are pretty.
I like that.
Are pretty simple and just sleek designs. I think they focused a lot more on the actual product itself, and they did the branding. 4D. Maybe it just doesn't mesh well with my aim style.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of different opinions on it. A lot of people like it, but I think it's up there. It's a quality pad. It's cheaper than 414. So if you're thinking of picking one up for 4D, give it a try if you got the budget.
Yeah.
But it's a good pad. But again, I mean, the creator economy shifting that way. These are big names in the scene. Wildcat is a massive creator that's been around for so long.
Dude, I used to watch Wildcat way before Fortnite even.
Oh, he did with Vanoss, like the Gary's Mod stuff.
Yeah, dude, that was constant back in the day.
Dude, absolutely. And then when he teams up with Chap, who is one of the best Fortnite players of all time.
100%.
A cool collaboration and again, a quality product. And they're running some awesome Black Friday deals. This is coming out a little late on our podcast for Black Friday deals, but they were running some cool stuff. If you guys go check them out, give them a follow. But I guess we can talk about one of the last, I think the last mouse pad company on my list, and I say mousepad company on my list, but it is the mousepad company. By our one and only Epic Whale.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you use these pads.
I have it as my desk pad.
Yeah.
And I used to use it like back before I got the Artisan, but whenever I did use it, it was like a standard good mousepad, you know? Like,
oh no, 100%. And I have to say, I have 4 or 5. I've given away some of these pads. I love them, and people love them, not only because it is a quality product. The designs are
I love
awesome.
The designs.
I think as far as like flashy mouse pads, no company is even close.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're looking for a flashy mouse pad to show off on your desk as more like a piece of art, 110% mousepad company is the way to go.
Yep.
A lot of times you'll see companies with big, bright designs. They fade over time. Mousepad companies, nope. Their surface is a lot more rough and it'll last for a long time compared to a lot of other pads. I can recommend them wholeheartedly. The prices are more than fair. They've got plenty of sizes. And they just came out with a new version of their... For the longest time, they only had one version of their mousepad. They now have a new one.
Okay.
I have to say this. I mean, it's not bashing them. It's honestly more of a shout out. I initially was sent the wrong version of my mousepad. They sent me the original, not the new Super Glide variation of the pad. And they didn't ask for any information. I said, this is my order number. I was sent the wrong pad. And they were like, okay, cool. Didn't ask for any verification.
Really?
Just sent me one. Sent me the right one.
Dang.
And
that's sick.
Yeah, and I'd say every interaction I've had with customer service or mousepad company has been fantastic. They're great. Awesome. Team behind them is awesome. Epic Whale, shout out to you. You have really done a great job. I hope that this project continues to flourish. There's a lot of cool options out there, and I know there's a lot of reviews cooking behind the scenes. One close to home, shout out Life with Panda. He'll be dropping a review as well between these 3 different companies, and specifically which one is best for Fortnite, what mousepad company is best for Fortnite. If I had to choose one, personally, I can't do it. I haven't
tried all of them. I've only tried the mousepad company. So I guess based off of that, I mean, mousepad company for now.
The two that I've been able to get hands on with, 4D mousepad company. I'm saying both mousepad company.
I'm really excited for 4114 or 4114.
I am as well. I think expectations are super high.
Yeah.
And I don't think they'll disappoint.
I don't think they will either.
I'm excited. I got my faith in them, but we can talk about more and kind of hang a little bit more towards the actual side of things. We'll talk about the creator economy in general and why these creators are taking physical products. The two that have come out most recently by FaZe Blaze and Pokimane. FaZe Blaze brought out a strain of chocolates. Mr. Beast doing the same thing with Feastables. Yeah. But FaZe Blaze, a charged chocolate that's coming out.
It's like an energized chocolate.
Yeah,
right?
it's supposed to have some caffeine in it, which is cool. And then Pokimane with Mina cookies, and there's a mess of drama surrounding that project. I think a lot of it comes down to people looking for cash grabs versus an actual product that they are passionate about, right?
I agree.
Like you've seen plenty of people. And the thing is, though, those projects that are initially viewed as like possible cash grabs, right, can be turned into passion projects. I think the biggest example of that is Prime. Logan Paul and KSI. Yes. The company they partnered with has put out multiple other drinks with other massive celebrities and figures in the community, and they just didn't do well. Yeah. But the reason that Prime has done so well is because it was taken on as a passion project for those two influencers, for KSI and Logan Paul, and they fostered it into what it is today.
And it's huge.
Which they just sold their billionth bottle.
Really? Is that like a thing?
Oh yeah, they just sold their billionth bottle. They did a $500,000 solid gold Prime bottle.
I saw that.
One in New York, one in London, and whoever guessed the code got to keep it. Yeah. And if someone guessed it, the other bottle will be burned.
That's crazy. Wasn't it? I think England
got it. London got it, and then the one in New York burned. Jeez. So sick. Mark Rober made that whole contraption on burning him. Awesome marketing campaign. Of course, with two people behind it like Logan Paul and KSI, they're going to knock it out of the park. 100%. And they continue to with that product. And that's where you can see that same passion behind some of these other products. But personally, Mina cookies, I don't know if I'm seeing it right now.
I don't really see it either.
Especially considering it was pulled. It looks like it's the same product, a refined version of Midnight Cookies from Costco.
I haven't had those, but I mean... It seems to be
when the same product that you're basing it off of is also found in stores. Yeah, for more of it for cheaper. It's just kind of like
it's also similar names. It's just like,
it's a little weird. Plus with Pokimane, I mean, like, dude, you have a massive community. You won't get away with stuff like that. Yeah, you just won't. Some of these smaller creators will. This in no way this is not me relating to any of these companies that we've talked about so far. They all have original products that I wholeheartedly endorse. But some companies, I use mousepads as a big example because there will be the same factory producing the same mousepads for 30 different companies that are out there. Yeah. Right. And they just slap their logo or branding on it and they call it a day. And I think a lot of it is similar in the same sense with this Mina Cookies thing. It's a product that already exists, slaps new branding on it, paired with a name, call it a day, versus projects like 4114, 4D mousepad company, and these charged chocolates that we're seeing from FaZe Blaze, where they seem to be at least completely original products, top to bottom, R&D. They did all the due diligence to make sure that they put a name behind it and be proud of it. Yeah, right?
I agree.
And I think adventures like that will continue to be successful across the board. 4014 seems to have, being the newest and closest to home in the Fortnite community, seem to have had a successful launch. Cease was saying it was overwhelming seeing the support from everyone across the community. And I'm seeing names from other titles pop up. They're getting their hands on these mousepads and tweeting about it, which is so cool to see that it's not just mutually exclusive to Fortnite.
I'm not really surprised about that though, because they've been marketing it really well, like
content-wise,
insanely well.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, the content from them is so dope, and man, I can't wait to see Drop 2.
Yeah, same.
Well, I guess we'll move on to the next thing, right? A couple things have been teased on Twitter. We talk about returning things and returning to OG Fortnite. We'll talk about the return, possibly, of Friday Fortnite. Keemstar was teasing it a little bit. He's got 1 week if he wants to make it happen.
He has 1 week to make it happen. Are we going to see it happen?
It would have to be.
It would have to be next week, or like really soon.
it won't. Well, it would literally have to be next Friday.
He has to make an announcement like tomorrow.
You would have to
happen.
Yeah, it would literally have to be this next Friday. Will it happen? I have no clue.
Yeah.
Would be cool to see so many memories with Friday Fortnite back in the day, especially with Tfue returning.
Oh my gosh.
In the scene as well. One of the biggest things happening in all of Twitch, Kick, live streaming, whatever you want to call it, and gaming in general. Tfue's back.
Yes,
Tfue
sir.
is back. And with that, he came back with a bang.
He did.
Tfue Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Making the quick return, $100,000 on a Tuesday, thrown to the Fortnite Zero Build community.
Just something
and our one and only featured co-host here on the weekly Fortcast, Pfluger, got to compete.
This is true. I did get to compete. I did get to compete. Yep.
Yeah. Am I wrong on that? I was about to say.
Did I compete?
In Tfue Tuesday.
Yeah, I did.
Come on now. I'm the best believe. I was watching the stream now. Come on now. Tfue Tuesday. Great to see it back in the mix. Team taking it home, though. Queasy, Pilky, Easiness, Prospering.
It was close. It was close.
Yeah, it was close. But again, we talk about like...
we
talked about it in last episode how there's some teams that aren't fair, and that was another Boom TV tournament that had some weird teams getting paired up.
Yeah.
Once again, the Avengers of Zero Build coming in. That's what they were calling them on the broadcast. It was Monster and Shio calling them the Avengers, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Queasy, Pilky, Easiness. Pilky and Easy is probably the best Zero Build players out of NA right now.
Yeah,
definitely some of the best out there. Queasy, I have a CSGO, great IGL, good comms, Prospering.
Prospering is the legend, #1 ranked.
He's that guy. He's the grinder. He's up there. #1 ranked on Real or whatever it is. Cam Nuts rival. and to see Prospering, man, he plays with such a cool mindset where he's so calm in the most stressful moments. And to see him paired with the team like this that is such high energy and was still able to pull it out the win regardless. Awesome event to watch from a viewer perspective. Player perspective, I mean, how do you feel about it?
Okay, I thought it was perfect. I thought the whole event was insane. 6 games, right? It used to be 10 games.
Yeah.
6 games now. The only thing I had with it, there were no rules.
Yeah.
So explosives were allowed. Mm-hmm. Did not make the games fun for me.
Really?
Did not make it
I
fun.
knew this would happen because I tell you what, they're talking about on the broadcast too. I loved it, man. I think all events this chapter should have been ran with no rules.
I think it's good. The only thing is just like, it's impossible to make some rotates without just instantly dying.
Yeah.
To the explosives, so.
No, I think you're right. I mean, you quad launcher, sticky grenades. Stink grenades as well, which is wild. And when
grenade launcher.
Yeah, and with bunkers being the only thing in the meta,
it's rough. It's rough out here.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
natural elevation is key. So,
and maybe we'll see more Tfue Tuesdays coming back. There's rumors that there'll be more down the road.
I have heard that. So I'm excited.
We'll see. I mean, this is what, the 3rd iteration of Tfue Tuesday? 4th?
Wait, is it? No, it is.
It's 3rd or 4th?
It's third.
It's third one? Yeah. But to see that they're giving out over $300,000 already, win incentives, the community that they're pulling, the numbers that they're pulling.
It's good.
It's really impressive. And what Tfue ran it up with, coming back this time, Zemi, Clicks, Stable Ronaldo. Yeah. Awesome team. That's a content squad for sure.
Content squad. They took our home, though. I'm low-key salty about that.
Dude, I'd be upset too.
Okay. If you don't know what it is, me and my team, Clutch Shot, Quancy, and Quancy's brother, Justin, we were supposed to land Paradise. We were like one of the first teams to market. Last second, swoops in. Tfue takes Paradise from us, and we can't con them because he's the host of the tournament.
Was that really a rule?
It's not a rule, but there were so many people giving us hate if we were going to con Tfue for his first game back.
No, it's fair.
So... we had to switch up drops.
And the thing is, they didn't even do that well with Uncom Paradise. And every zone pulled on them.
Yeah.
Every zone.
Yeah.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, though. Tfue, obviously, he logged on, never played a single game.
That is true. You know what? He's honestly not bad. I thought he'd be maybe a little bit worse.
He's got that gamer instinct.
He's like that.
I don't think it will ever go away
once
you reach that level.
Yeah.
That aim does not leave your system.
I agree.
And Tfue coming back, not on Twitch. Kick.
Yep.
And I tell you what, he accidentally booted his stream up on Twitch to start the tournament.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah. I had it pulled up and have him start it. He's like, I got to restart for 1 sec. Hold on. He disappears. He had 40,000 on Twitch. Ends the stream, never boots it back up. And I didn't realize it until a couple days later. I was like, oh, he didn't mean to start it on Twitch.
Oh.
He was live for like 15 minutes. And then, oh, no.
You know, I think it's not an exclusive deal for Kick, though.
Yeah.
I think it's like he can go live on Twitch and then just switch over to Kick, which
Yeah,
is like what a lot of creators do.
Oh, for sure. But I wonder if there was some kind of rule there. I'm sure Kick with the new signing, we're like, make sure your first stream's on Kick.
Yeah.
But regardless, received super well. So awesome to see him back. Welcome back to the community. Obviously, open arms. In with a bang as well. Hope there's more to come as far as that. We could talk about some other events as well. TSM making a return back in the Fortnite space this time around. A Tilted Zone Wars Invitational.
Definitely different from being signs, like having people sign to them.
Yeah,
compared to like just hosting a tournament.
Not a roster, and I think a lot of organizations and a lot of companies in general didn't jump on the opportunity to run events and do stuff with OG Fortnite.
Yeah,
because the numbers were pumping, there were headlines everywhere, and I expected there to be a boom, and there was. There were some. It was good. Some tournament providers that we've seen.
It definitely should have been more, though. I feel like
absolutely, like the regular culprits that we see run big tournaments obviously all jump to the occasion immediately, but we didn't see people come back as much as I thought they would.
No, we didn't.
And I wonder if that'll carry into Chapter 5. Maybe we'll see some new stuff when competitive starts to get established. But to see TSM run something last minute like this and it being Zone Wars, used to seeing UEFN events, especially in recent times, but Zone Wars seems a little bit odd and a little bit out of touch.
Yeah, I feel like it was like definitely a last minute thing that they wanted to just throw together because it was OG Fortnite trying to get back into it, but
we'll take what we can get, man.
Yeah,
for the community right now to see a big organization like TSM back in the mix.
We'll take it.
Always good to see. What else we got here on our list? Ranked. You kind of threw this one in last minute, but ranked returning in Chapter 5. Do you want to? I mean, where are your thoughts on it?
Okay, so from what I've seen, this just got released today. Ranked game modes, like ranked tournaments, got canceled for the rest of the season.
Like entirely.
Every single ranked tournament got canceled. Right. So there was a few earlier to that you could play, get the glider and stuff.
Yeah.
But they canceled it like right before NA. And so don't know why, but in the tweet they were like, we're gonna make sure that the ranked cups come back in version 28, which is the new chapter. So it's a little teaser about ranked cups coming back in the new chapter, which is really interesting because that means
are they going to be ranked cups or divisional cups?
I think it's going to be ranked because they said ranked cups are coming back, which means that ranked is also coming back in the next chapter. What I'm hoping for is that they add back Siphon in ranked because everybody's complaining about that. Siphon being gone is just miserable. It's
a problem.
It's miserable.
It's a problem.
It's really bad. And then make it tournament loopholes. Make it tournament loopholes. I don't know why it's public.
It's definitely strange. I remember hearing about that, murmurs about it behind the scenes before it went public, and I was just like, dude, why?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's very interesting.
It seems a little odd that why you wouldn't want the ranked game mode, which is supposed to be the practice ranked game mode. It's the ranked mode. Be the same as Publoot. Why would you not want it the really same as tournaments?
I feel like it'd be really cool if they somehow incorporated it to where like a certain rank gets like Publoot just to get the casuals into ranked, and then throughout the ranks it would switch over to tournament loophole.
Yeah, or like as you reach after you get out of diamond or something. Yeah,
exactly.
Like the elite champion.
That'd be really cool because that's when like the real action gets
that's when,
serious.
You look at like ranked cups and stuff, and obviously there's an opportunity for everyone in the ranked modes, but like money as you move up in the ranks, more for higher ranks. That would also make sense to me as well, rather than just blanket loopholes. Because we've seen ranked cups in the past where Smurfs will just purposefully not.
Didn't they do that before? Like with the
they've done
platform cups.
The exact same thing before, where they've done ranked cups and people would just Smurf and not get in the higher ranks to play in the lower ranked cups, and they would just smash everyone.
Yeah.
So that's where you need to see that cascading loot pool maybe. This has almost knocked down our Christmas tree. The cascading loot pool as you go up to something that's exactly like a tournament playlist, or a cascading prize pool maybe even for those ranked cups would be cool to see. I hope we get. It will always maintain and hold a spot on my wish list for new chapters. I hope we get daily cups back.
I hope so.
Even if it's just first place, taking home $100 each, I don't care. It's fun. It's a way to boot up the game every time and know, hey, 6 o'clock we got a tourney if you want to run it up.
Why not?
It's fun, man.
You don't have to play it.
No, you can try out.
Exactly.
Try out new duos. Try out and play with an IRL. Whatever you want to do. It was always a fun tourney to hop on, and that was the last time we saw that was chapter 2.
Chapter 2, yeah,
which is
like
crazy.
Early chapter 2 also.
Those were duo cups.
Yep.
And they were fun, man. I remember getting. Even as you get up into the higher lobbies, and they're still competitive.
Yeah, they definitely are. Yeah.
It was a good time.
It was.
No matter what. Maybe the mindset of the player base has changed now because Chapter 2, I think everyone was hot off World Cup and everyone was looking to try and earn a spot in the competitive scene. So maybe it wouldn't work in today's age, but just give it a shot, please.
What?
Please. Give it a shot. I'd like to try things out. I mean, is there anything else that you can think of?
I think that's everything.
Man, I mean, we have suffered for this episode.
We really have.
Yeah, but everyone behind the scenes, I mean, we obviously you driving out for Thanksgiving, we pushed back our recording a day. We're recording on Friday. This will be live Saturday, so tomorrow. And man, we boot up the pod. Mixer's not working. Run to Best Buy on Black Friday.
Go get a Best Buy.
Line. $70 in batteries for this guy. But you know what? We've got batteries now. We have a working mixer. It's a different one. We'll see how it works out. We're building up stuff and we're cooking behind the scenes, man, because we've got some ideas for the next couple months.
We definitely do.
Guests soon, because man, we've got some cool stuff to talk about, and I think we both are kind of at the point where we're ready to start branching out and get some new change of pace as far as content goes, rather than just as much talking about what's happening in the community. Let's bring some community members on, talk about cool stuff going on in their lives as well as the community.
Exactly.
Get some new people's point of views on things.
I'm so ready, man.
And if you guys out there listening to this podcast right now and you think you have an interesting point of view, some interesting experience in the Fortnite community that you think you could share, shoot us a DM. We would love to talk to you guys about possibly having guests on. If you're in Texas, even better. We probably figure things out faster. Reach out.
Love to have some guests out
talk
here.
to us, and we'll figure things out. Again, follow us at the Weekly Fortcast on all socials. We're again Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Podbean, Apple Podcasts.
Did we say YouTube?
YouTube again. YouTube's the main platform. Plus video podcasts on there as well. We put a lot of effort into the video version.
That's right.
Plus, you get to see our beautiful faces. I actually got a haircut this episode. If anyone noticed, please say something nice in the comments below.
Sorry. I didn't mean all that.
But regardless, I hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.